Hello and welcome everybody. This is Dot from Dragonfly Soul Tarot, and thank you for joining me this week. Today we are doing something a little different. I am doing a tribute to Chinese New Year, and I'm doing something I'm calling the Year of the Dog, Luck, Joy, and Abundance Fortune Spread. So what I have here is the Fortune Teller's deck, and you may notice that these are not tarot cards. These are just regular playing cards, but they have a little extra illustration on them, and I really, really love these cards. And what it is in the diamonds we have spring, in the clubs we have summer, in autumn we have as the hearts, and spades is the winter. So as not to take out these four cards from the deck, what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute the four cards from a different deck. Alright, so we're taking the aces out, and we're going to be using just a regular playing cards deck. So this will be spring, and your fortune during the spring. This will be summer, this will be autumn, and this will be winter. So the upcoming spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Okay, so let me just make sure. I think I put that one in backwards. And these are really, really lovely playing cards. They kind of have a little bit of a sepia tone to them. I haven't used them too much. I haven't read with them in a while, so I may be a little slow in some places. But I think these are the best cards to use when doing this spread. I've chosen it because I read in the author of these cards, whom is Jane Lyle. In her book, she mentions that playing cards may date back as far as the 14th century, invented by Chinese, possibly because they used playing card sizes money at that time. So something about that. Nobody was actually there. Nobody knows for sure, right? So let's use these ones as the Chinese reading today. The Chinese luck, joy, and abundance reading. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for each of the Chinese zodiac. And if you don't know the Chinese zodiac, I have the dates down below. So let's begin. Welcome all those born in the year of the horse. And the first card I have for the year of the horse is the 5 of clubs. And the second card I have is the ace of hearts. And notice how this one is the autumn ace of hearts. It has little leaves on the ground. So in order to make sure that I don't take these cards out of the deck, I'm just using a regular playing card for indicating the autumn. Alright, so we have the 5 of hearts. For summer we have the jack of diamonds, the ace of spades, and the 4 of spades. For autumn we have the 9 of diamonds, we have the 10 of clubs, and we have the 3 of spades. All right. And for winter we have the 2 of diamonds, we have the 3 of hearts, and finally we have the 6 of clubs. All right, let's take a look at your energy for this year, for your lucky year of the dog. Those born in the horse year, we have the 5 of clubs and the 5 of hearts, flanking the ace of hearts. Now the ace of hearts is renewal in love and hope, and maybe even some home redecorations. Your current love deepens, passion is blooming, and you may hear some news about some impending good luck in the romantic sector for you. The Five of Clubs is a desire for change, and it could be what spurs on this welcoming of this new love, perhaps by committing to change something that wasn't working in your relationship. You are finding new passion within an existing relationship, or changing something about yourself is going to spur you on into finding a new love relationship. And it looks really good. There's a lot of, when the Ace of Hearts shows up in a lucky spread, it's very, very lucky for love. Now, the Five of Hearts is it's kind of a double-edged sword. It may indicate a love triangle of some sort, but I also want to stress that the Five of Hearts could be jealousy and unfounded jealousy. So if supposing that there was some infidelity in the past and now you're forgiving, you're doing the change, and now the passion is renewed, or it could have been on your end being very jealous, whereas the person was not worthy of this jealousy, was not warranting this jealousy. They may forgive you at this point, but do keep in mind that the Five of Hearts, the jealousy from the Five of Hearts could damage a relationship, and it could be based on nothing. So, as long as your desire for change keeps this under control, you have a very, very lucky springtime full of love and a possible meeting of somebody new. So excellent, horse. That sounds like a really lovely aspect for you. So now in the second season, which is the season of summer, we have the Ace of Spades. Things kind of grind to a halt for a little bit. There's a young person involved, maybe an unexpected pregnancy or of some sort. You want to be careful if you're not looking to add to your family, or a child acts up, or a teenager is acting up, and it's really causing some disruption in your life. There may be some outside influences that are causing some problems. Let's see what the Four of Spades has to say. There's something out of balance here, and it has to do with work. Perhaps you're working too much and you're not giving your child enough attention, and they're acting out in order to get your attention. Some sort of event occurs in the summertime regarding a younger person, younger than 20, around 20. The Jack of Diamonds typically indicates someone who has fair or red hair, green or blue or hazel eyes, who is very light and fair. But they may not necessarily be that. They may be just your child who is acting out because you're working too many hours, and you're trying to figure out how to pay the bills and still not neglect this particular person in your life. I'm beginning to think that Jacks are also something new, someone new in your life, someone who newly entered in your life. And I'm thinking that if this was a new relationship, it may be running into some problems due to the fact that you are working very many hours, and it's a tough situation because you feel that you cannot cut back. And right now, things seem to be at a standstill when it comes to your job. You are just not able to apply for a promotion or push your business forward right now. And it's not the best time to do that either. If you're thinking that you're not making enough profit, or Try to keep the status quo. Try not to push too hard, or else something could go wrong. Something could, you could get overly stressed out. You could have some sort of breakdown or something, but you don't want to push too hard at whatever it is that you feel has become stagnant or stale. And this person here who is newly entered your life, or a young person, if they are acting out, then you know that to examine how much time you're spending on helping them solve their issues. So particularly lucky in the spring, a little bit unlucky in the summer there. You have some challenging issues with a younger person or somebody newly entered into your life, and the way that you make money is causing you a lot of stress, and not giving you as much money as you would like to have. All right, so we have in the autumn, we are showing the 9 of diamonds, the 10 of spades, and the 3 of clubs. Okay, so when it comes to this situation with this person, you've kind of reached a truce. You kind of no longer want to fight about whatever it is that is causing some agitation with this person. So at this point, you kind of concentrate on your own thing and kind of downplay the problem as to, well, I don't want to say sweep it under the rug, because if it's very important, you really should give it some attention. But sometimes if someone is acting out to get your attention, they're just going to act out more when you do give them more attention. So it seems like you kind of pull away just a little bit in the autumn and not feed into the fuel into the fire of this particular person's behavior. Now the 9 and the 10 are particularly good cards. The 10 is a card of payoff after persistence. Okay, so something really good is going to happen in the autumn. Payoff after persistence, and the 9 is travel, business travel, adventure, holidays, trips, that sort of thing. So you finally catch a break in the autumn. You finally, you worked so hard during the summer, feeling like you're not getting anywhere, feeling like you're spinning the wheels, and in the autumn, you finally have a breakthrough in the financial area of your life. So that's good news, something to look forward to. And there may be some sort of business trip that you are just perfect for. So those two cards go together very, very well. You've worked hard. You deserve, maybe you just deserve a break. You're going to go to someplace tropical, or you're going to someplace that you've always wanted to go. You've always wanted to go to Europe or Spain or something, right? So that's going to become possible because of all the hard work that you put in earlier in this year. And this becomes, it becomes a truce. You've agreed to disagree on whatever this situation is, and so life goes on, and you try not to make the negative a focus. You try to focus more on the positive things that are happening, and lots of positive things are happening in the work sector for you. Therefore, so fantastic. And in the final season, in winter, we have the 2 of diamonds, the 3 of hearts, and the 6 of clubs. So the 6 of clubs speaks to me of work. Okay, so teamwork. Your team comes together to really shine at the end of the year. You may actually be getting those profits that you were hoping for at the beginning of the year that it wasn't time to push forward on, and then you pushed forward in the autumn and you finally are seeing some results. however this manifests for you, it's news from another person. Someone gives you good news. Someone participates. Someone's participation in your business or whatever really makes a difference and makes it shine, or somebody brings you some good news. You hear some really good news about money, about something that you've worked very hard for, finally paying off, and where before you were holding back, now is a good time to move forward. And a Three of Hearts speaks about relationships. If there were issues with your significant other, you're finally smoothing them out and sorting them through and realizing how special you are to each other. It's a very lucky card. So this news that's coming in is really lucky. The Two of Diamonds is a push in the creative direction when it comes to your career and business. So maybe you have added some sort of creative angle in terms of your business, and or been creative about the marketing or something like that. And now things are moving smoothly. The Two of Diamonds is thinking outside the box. Okay, so you've thought outside the box with the help of a friend. Everything is becoming more smooth and more smooth. Nice English. and any romantic wrinkles can be ironed out. And actually, if you are single, the Three of Hearts denotes a possible meeting with somebody very special, somebody with an optimistic outlook, or this may be your optimistic outlook. So things are looking up at the end of the year. You have a little bit of a rough summer, and things are a little bit shaky during the fall as you work out this situation with this other person, this younger person, or this person who's newly entered your life. And they don't necessarily have to be a romantic person. They can be a new friend that is very important to your business, or I can't think of another example, but that sort of thing. Somebody who's newly entered your life, but could be romantic, but not necessarily. If there is nobody romantic by the end of the year, there's a good chance that you can encounter somebody romantic in your social circle. And this is a very optimistic card to have at the end of the year, especially since you're getting some good news and things are looking up. All right. Okay, horse, it sounds to me like you're going to have a little bit of a roller coaster this year, but it seems to me like everything is going to work itself out in the end. So all's well that ends well. Look forward to really enjoy your spring, because spring seems to be the time when like the perfect storm of good luck and joy. Okay, horse, thank you so much for joining me on our Chinese New Year lucky spread. What was I going to say? Next week I'm going to be going back to the Western astrology signs as indicators. So we'll see you then, okay? Have a great week, horse. Bye-bye. Okay, those born in the year of the horse, we have your Chinese fortune stick. It's time to choose a stick. It's sort of like a Chinese fortune cookie without the cookie. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shake one until we get... oh, that one went back in. All right. We have two, but I'm just going to pick one. Sorry. Okay, horse, this is your fortune. You will shortly make a new friend to your great advantage. Ooh, that sounds very nice, horse. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed your Chinese reading and your Chinese fortune stick. Join me again next week when we do we go back to the Western astrological signs. And thanks for joining me, horse. Have a lovely week.